Today, we are going to talk about a visualization that literally encapsulates what success is and how you can tell when you're really becoming successful.
I do a Facebook memory of the day. Yesterday, it came up with Evan Carmichael for episode. We were on his YouTube channel, and he said, at the beginning, you're supposed to suck.
Next Level Nation, today for episode number 2156, the bow tie and what it means for your goals. So when Alan and I first started working together, he said, hey man, I want to introduce you to a concept called the bow tie. It's like, sounds weird.
Did I do that on the whiteboard, or were we Zooming? Was Zoom even a thing?
Yeah, Zoom was a thing, but we didn't know about it, right? Zoom's been around for a hot minute. Yeah. But this was I think this was in your sister's old bedroom. We had a whiteboard, nice. And you were doing it. And he said, essentially, in the beginning, you put level 10 effort and you get level 1 results. You get level 0 results. Yeah. Then you put level 9 effort and you get level 1 results. And then you put level 8 effort and you get level 2 results. And eventually, when the quote-unquote bow tie flips, and I'll let you explain the visualization of it, you put in level 4 effort and you get level 6 results. You put in level 3 effort and you get level 7 results. You put in level 2 effort, you get level 8 results. You put in level 1 effort, you get level 9 results. And eventually you put in 0 effort and get level 10. That part, I don't think that's ever going to happen for us based on what we're doing. But the bow tie is a suggestion that eventually it gets to a place where your effort and results flip, but it will never get to that place unless you are willing to go through the sucky years of putting a bunch of effort in and getting essentially nothing out in return.
I remember hearing Oprah say, and in this point she was in her mid-50s, late 50s, and she said, someone asked her on an interview, what would you do if you could go back and talk to your younger self? And she said, I wouldn't have worried so much. And I had this moment of, but you never missed an Oprah show for something crazy. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was like 20 years. You and I went and saw her speak, and she said she never took a day off, never got sick, never took an Oprah show. I mean, it was amazing. And I remember I turned to Kev. I was taking notes. I was the only one there taking notes, which now makes me the ultra weirdo. But I turned to Kev and I said, that's why she's Oprah. To go 20 years without a single miss, that's the compound effect. It's unbelievable. And I told Kevin this. I said, it's interesting how she says, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have worried so much. It's like, well, the truth is the fact that you were concerned. You and I are concerned every day. We're concerned. How do we grow the company? How do we do better? How do we get better? How do we make the podcast better? Should we get new microphones? Audio quality, the popping, always concerned. You and I just had a conversation berating each other about fitness and being out of shape.
Yes.
The reason we're in shape is because we're constantly telling each other how out of shape we are. Kev was like, dude, that ain't it. It's like, brother, what the fuck, man? So we basically had a friendly competition behind the scenes. Who's going to be in better shape at 46?
Who's going to die sooner, Alan or me? It's probably going to be me.
It's literally 10 years from today. Everyone mark the date, whatever today is. Who's going to be in better shape at 46 years old? Now that you're 36, I'm so grateful because we're the same age.
Yeah,
we get to be the same age for 2 months a year. So
yeah, that's true.
How many times have I said, hey, are you 32? Are you 35?
A lot. Yeah. Well, you're going to be saying that now for the next 6 months. You're like 35. Oh, no, you turned 36. And then once you get 36, I'll be 37. It's going to be a whole thing.
Well,
and I don't expect
in
you
November
to know
when I'm 37, age. I'm going to ask you until you're 37.
Right. That's fair.
No, I'm not. I'm joking. Okay. The bow tie. Oprah said, I wouldn't have worried so much. The hard truth that I'm just going to own here is the reason she's successful is one of the reasons is because she was concerned about it. You can't just not be concerned about it. And I remember thinking, there's someone in college right now watching this interview, eating Cheetos, not work ethic, not goals, not clear, not getting after it, not grinding, and they're like, oh, well, if Oprah says don't worry so much, I guess I should keep not worrying. Dumbest shit ever. Terrible idea. Your future might suck horribly if you don't concern yourself about it now. And I'm reading a book called Willpower in Book Club, which I'm going to be on in 7 minutes. And it's literally talking about that. If you don't concern yourself at all with quitting drugs or alcohol, you probably won't. If you don't surround yourself with the right people, it's all based on research and studies, social science. But the bow tie. Kev, I think that you're probably the best person to articulate a story that would... Can you share with us the last 8 years, give me, okay, year 1 in the podcast, give me year 2, give me year 3, give me year 4, give me year 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and do it from the frame of the bow tie. Now, Kevin and I are not done. We are not even close to done. We're still at the very, 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 very beginning of our journey, I believe. Okay? I'm playing the long game. I always have. But let's just take the last 8 years, because 80% of the results have come in the last 2.
Where are we from your perspective, where are we in the bow tie now? Just so I know.
We can't do that because time perspective. The bow tie is predicated on time perspective. So it depends what you're going for.
Well, yeah. But for us specifically, if I want to end in year 8, I need to know where you think we are in year 8. You know what I mean?
No. In the context of my question, 8 is the end.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Whereas 8 is 0, 10?
10, 0.
10, 0.
Like if you and I were to coast right now and not work harder to get to the next level, just coast, aka not get percent better, what would, just do it from that context, yeah.
Fuck, I don't know if I know how to do it from that context. Let me try.
Yeah. Okay. Just give me year 1 and how horrible it was and start.
2017 was year 1. Okay. Again, year 1's kind of a scratch year because I wasn't taking it seriously. Alan and I weren't partnered together. So honestly, year 1 was not level 10 effort.
For fuck's sake.
It's accurate though. I can't lie.
I know. And I don't want you to lie.
I was fucking up. First year, I was all over the place. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
It wasn't level 10 effort? You were crying into your pillow after the Justin Wren interview. It was level 10 effort. You were just a lesser human.
No, I was missing episodes. It wasn't. Brother, I wasn't doing social media. This was not level 10
effort for me, man.
Well, that's when you came. Okay, let's say 2018.
Yeah, sure.
That's year 1. We partnered up. We did this full time. It was fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible.
All right, there we go.
Level 10 effort. Alan and I working essentially every day, both single at the time, I think, just grinding it out, recording until midnight, traveling, spending money we don't have to get like nothing out of it. Like $0 in return. And honestly, nobody really gave a shit what we were doing.
Yeah,
that's year 1. Next Level Nation, what is happening? If you've thought to yourself, I want to try coaching, but you don't really know where to start, group coaching would be a wonderful place for you. That's really why we created it in the first place. We start a new round every 90 days. So if you're hearing this, go to the website, nextleveluniverse.com, and we have the landing page where you can actually hold your spot right now. Even if there's a group going on right now, you can still lock your spot for the next one. The biggest thing that we've seen is as we get closer and closer to the date, unfortunately, some people end up missing. The group fills up and they can't do it, and then they end up regretting that. So please head over to the website. The link will be in the show notes, and we would love to see you there. Year 2.
And that's with us not starting from 0. I already had a social media following. I was already fitness and all that kind of stuff. So,
and we already had discipline, and Alan understood habits and reverse engineering. Okay, year 2, 2019, I would say again was a year of putting in level 10 effort and probably getting like level 1 results. Just the same, like we worked more, and if you were to calculate how many dollars per hour we earned from working, it would be less than the first year.
I can pull this up. I'm totally comfortable sharing the gross.
I think it was 20. It was either 24,000 or 47,000. I think.
I'm glad we can do this. So I have all this data. So the first year was it's $0. I put 1 because you can't divide by 0.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. So the first year, 2017, we made $1.
Nice.
We made $0. Okay. 2018, we made $12,666 combined.
12,000. Yeah, combined between the two.
That means that's
$500 a month each.
Yeah, let's rock and roll. Then in 2019, we made $32,933 combined. Combined. Now, where we live, that is not a lot of money. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Where we live in Massachusetts at the time, you lived in Massachusetts. That is not good. Divide that by 2, that's really not good for some grown-ass men, okay? And we gave up 6-figure salaries for this. I was making 180 when I left corporate. Kevin was making 100. I know we got to go in 5 minutes. Okay. 2020, we started picking up. Not great for where we live, but we started picking up $82,399. Then the next year, 135,000. Okay.
That was 2021.
You know it. Yeah, man. Then 2022 was a breakout year for us. You and I it was COVID, post-COVID. Everyone was starting a podcast.
And we were grinding. We had a studio.
Grinding.
We were grinding.
We were grinding. We rebranded before that. In 2021, I think we rebranded to Next Level University.
That's us.
273,172. And this is where Kevin and I lost our minds.
Yeah, we fucked up.
We were like, so what do you think? Cars? What do we want to buy, right? I'm being playful. It wasn't that stupid, but some of it was stupid. Okay. But 24-person team, bring it on, baby. Take it. Too much. And again, if you double your company, you have to be very humble because you can overextend very easily.
It's easier to double your expenses than it is to double your company.
100%. And then what happens when you lose clients? Because podcasters
stay the same, unfortunately.
Yeah, expenses stay the same. Okay, so 2023, we still did well, but we only grew by 19%. And by the way, before that, it was 100%, 160%, 150%, 64%, 102%. So we were basically doubling our company on average. It was 119% year over year. And that's when you overextend. And this is how the economy works too.
There it is. Global economy. There it is. Yes.
All right, here we go. 2023, $324,586. Okay. Now, keep in mind, this is gross revenue, okay? And at this point, we have team, paid, 2024, I should really do this on Business Growth University at some point. Sure. 2024, 361,641. Now, these numbers seem bigger, but I need you to know the growth rate is what matters, in my opinion, as the CEO. What matters to Kev was the numbers. What matters to me is the growth rate. So we went from 102%, 119% year over year growth for 4 years straight to 19% and then 11%. So it's like, oh,
trend line's going down here. Not
good. And now we're actually doing much better. So we're projected this year for upwards of $500,000. And again, we'll see. The point is, and we are still working really hard, which is why the bow tie won't work for us, because the bow tie is predicated on the time perspective. So if I'm only taking 8 years, but you and I are still in the beginning of our journey in my mind, it's not going to work. But what I can say is if I crunch the numbers of that gross revenue, 80% of the progress was in the last 2 years.
I said this to Taryn. This is a really good example of it. I said this to Taryn the other day. I said, I just did a podcast pre-call with someone who asked me about what we were going to talk about. It was supposed to be a 30-minute pre-call. I was like, cool, awesome. We do that all the time. No biggie. And then they were like, any advice you'd give to an early podcaster? And I gave them advice. And they said, I'm looking for somebody to help me with this, this, and this. Do you know anybody? And I said, yes, me, us. We can help you. Mm-hmm. And I said, the only reason I can even say that and people listen is because we have 2,156 episodes and we produce 65 podcasts. It gets easier over time because you have more to show for all the effort that you've put in. And you get better.
And it doesn't all get easier.
No.
So as of right now, I think we have 112 podcasters and business owners that we work with. That's 112 paying clients. Now we have to service 112 people,
which is
and do it well.
Yes.
So I don't want people to think it gets easier.
We're going to do a part 2.
Okay.
We're going to have to do a fucking part 2.
If you slow down.
Right.
If you don't slow down, if you're climbing Mount Everest, it only gets easier if you take breaks at base camps.
But it's less resistance to get?
You can get more results with the same effort, but it doesn't make it easier because then you have to service.
Because you're going to increase, and you're going to increase effort.
Exactly. It's
not
like
we're going to do part 2.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We're going to do part 2.
Awesome.
All right. Alan's going to go to book club. As always, we love you, appreciate you, grateful for each and every one of you. And if you are as committed to getting to the next level as you say you are, make sure you tune in tomorrow because we are going to be here every single day helping you do that.
Keep reaching for your potential. Next Level Nation.